Good morning everyone. Now we are starting the dissection of the back of the thigh. The back of the thigh is limited upper, the lower limit of the gluteal region and the back of the knee. This portion is the back of the thigh. Then the incision. The upper transverse incision is the lower limit of the incision of the gluteal region, and the lower incision is the junction of the upper 2/3 and lower 1/3, and this is the another transverse incision. If join these two incision by a vertical incision, then reflect this skin in two parts. At first the skin, then the superficial fascia, then the deep fascia. Then at first the skin, then the superficial fascia, then the deep fascia. Just beneath the deep fascia there is the posterior cutaneous nerve of thigh. The posterior cutaneous nerve of thigh. The posterior cutaneous nerve descends downward and then it pierces the popliteus fossa, and then it becomes the cutaneous nerve. This cutaneous nerve supply the upper part of the back of the leg. Okay. Then the other content of the back of the thigh. The other content of the back of the thigh is first the hamstring muscle, then the short head of the biceps femoris muscle, then the sciatic nerve, then the other anastomotic channel behind the adductor magnus muscle, and also the posterior femoral cutaneous nerve. Then the hamstring muscle. The hamstring muscles are semimembranosus, semitendinosus, the long head of the biceps femoris, and the ischial fiber of the adductor magnus. This is the semimembranosus. This is the semitendinosus. This muscle is the long head of the biceps femoris, and this fiber is the adductor magnus, the ischial fiber of the adductor magnus. There are some criteria to call this muscle as the hamstring. These criteria are: they should take origin from the ischial tuberosity. They should insert it beyond the knee joint, just the tibia or the fibula. They are supplied by the tibial division of the sciatic nerve, and then they are the flexure of the knee joint and the extension of the hip joint. These are the criteria of the hamstring muscle. The semimembranosus and the semitendinosus, these two muscles are truly hamstring because they satisfy all the criteria. But the long head of the biceps femoris and the ischial fiber of the adductor magnus, these two muscles are modified hamstring, because at first the long head of the biceps femoris take its origin from the ilium and sacrum. Then it descends downward and it is shifted. The origin is shifted to the ischial tuberosity. So this muscle at first take origin from the ilium and sacrum, then is shifted to the ischial tuberosity, and this part, the above part is a remnant, and this is called the sacrotuberous ligament. In case of ischial fiber of the adductor magnus, this muscle at first takes its insertion at the medial condyle of the tibia, then it shifted to the adductor tubercle. So the long head of the biceps femoris and the adductor magnus, these two muscles are modified hamstring, and the semimembranosus and the semitendinosus, these two muscles are truly hamstring. So this muscle are the long head of the biceps femoris. This muscle is the long head of the biceps femoris. This muscle takes its origin from the lower and medial part of the ischial tuberosity along with the semitendinosus muscle. So its origin is the lower and medial part of the quadrilateral part of ischial tuberosity along with the semitendinosus muscle. This is the long head of the biceps femoris. Then this muscle descends downward and laterally. And see, there is another head of the biceps femoris. This is the short head of the biceps femoris. The short head of the biceps femoris is not the hamstring muscle. The only hamstring is the long head of the biceps femoris. The short head is not the hamstring muscle. The short head of the biceps femoris take its origin from the lower part of the linea aspera of the femur and the upper two-thirds of the lateral supracondylar line of the femur. Then this short head of the biceps femoris, after taking its origin, then this muscle, the short head of the biceps muscle fused with the long head of the biceps muscle. These two muscles fuse with each other here. Long head of the biceps femoris and the short head of the biceps femoris, and then form the tendon. This tendon descend downward and laterally and inserted at the head of the fibula, just in front of the styloid process. Between the long head and the short head there are a gap, and this gap there is a sciatic nerve. Okay, then the semitendinosus. The semitendinosus muscle takes its origin from the lower and medial part of the quadrilateral part of ischial tuberosity along with the long head of the biceps femoris, and then upper part of this muscle is fleshy. When this muscle gradually descend downward, this lower part is tendon. So this muscle is called the semitendinosus muscle. The semitendinosus muscle descend downward and goes to the medially, the upper part of the medial surface of the tibia, and inserted just behind the insertion of the sartorius and gracilis. Okay, then the semimembranosus muscle. The semimembranosus muscle takes its origin from the upper and lateral part of the quadrilateral part of ischial tuberosity, and the upper part of the semimembranosus muscle is flat and membranous like. So this muscle is called the semimembranosus. The lower part of this muscle is fleshy and form a cylindrical converging. Then this muscle is attached to the horizontal groove of the posterior surface of the medial condyle of the tibia. This muscle is the semimembranosus. Then come to the ischial fiber of the adductor magnus. The ischial fiber of the adductor magnus is the hamstring muscle, and then this muscle takes origin from the inferolateral part of the ischial tuberosity. Then this muscle descend downward and it present along the linea aspera of the femur and gradually descend downward and inserted the adductor tubercle. Then the action of the hamstring muscle. The action, they are flexure of the knee joint and they are extension of the hip joint. But when the knee is in semi-flexed position, the semimembranosus and the semitendinosus, these two muscles are the medial rotator, and the long head of the biceps femoris is the lateral rotator. Okay, then the hamstring muscle are supplied by the tibial division of the sciatic nerve. This is the sciatic nerve. These muscles are supplied by the tibial division of the sciatic nerve. This is the muscular branch. But the short head of the biceps femoris, they are supplied by the common peroneal branch of the sciatic nerve. This is the short head of the biceps femoris and this is the nerve supply. Okay, then there are some anastomotic channel behind the fiber of the adductor magnus. There are ascending and descending branch of the anastomotic channel. They are branch of the profundofemoris artery. The lowest branch of the descending branch of this perforating channel are continuous with the superior muscular branch of the popliteal artery, and the above is continuous with the cruciate anastomosis. Thank you.